Hello, I'm Adam Warby, CEO of Avanade. As we look at the growth of businesses in the marketplace, the role of innovation is critical, both to the growth of the business and to their clients. Avanade was created 15 years ago on a wave of innovation from Microsoft and the deep understanding of clients' businesses from Accenture. Over the last few months, we've been talking to a number of industry analysts and influencers about catalyzing innovation. And I'm delighted to be joined today by Michelle Greenwald, who's the CEO of Inventors and also a professor at NYU, Cornell and Columbia. So welcome, Michelle. Great to have you here. As you observe Avanade and the success that we've had and other companies around the world, what are the key features that help companies build a culture of innovation?
Well, I've been so impressed with Avanade because it seems like innovation is in your DNA. It seems like the whole organization understands that you're adapting new technology, you're coming up with better ways of doing things. Everything you do to me is infused with innovation. You're like always mindful. It's not an afterthought. It's an integral part of the way you operate.
Yeah, I think innovation is deliberate and it's client driven. Those are two key mantras.
Right.
Now people also sort of sometimes get nervous of innovation, sort of fear of failure, if you want to put it that way as well. What can we learn from that, and what have you seen in the marketplace around that?
Well, companies like to set up little mini tests so they can fail early, fail fast, and learn from their mistakes. Failure it's not great to lose money, but nobody is perfect out of the box. So you have to keep learning, and the key is to learn in ways that are not very costly, that improve the odds down the road that the big idea is going to be successful.
Now, you've written a book called Catalyzing Innovation. What advice could you give our viewers and our consultants on how to have an innovation conversation with their clients?
Well, I found, and this is the premise of my book, that it's helpful to have an innovation checklist. There are many, many different ways to innovate. There's business model innovation, technology innovation, pricing innovation, product design, many different aspects of innovation. And many companies just have a random kind of free-for-all brainstorm, but they don't methodically look at all the different ways they can innovate. And then customer touchpoints, another innovation that we talked about today, but yes, there are so many ways from when the customer first becomes aware of your brand to experiencing it, to considering options after that. If you can follow the customer's journey and look at optimizing all the different customer touch points, but that involves innovating along the way on the customer journey.
So now the digital world that we live in is changing rapidly and changing the way our clients are behaving and their business models. As you look at that changing marketplace and let's say look over the next 5 years, what are some of the key changes and best practices that you would be calling out?
I think all the digital devices and making a sort of a seamless transition for consumers wherever they are, whatever the device they're on, having an integrated message. One of the things that I'm seeing in corporations is that responsibility for marketing is being fragmented tremendously, and it's harder to coordinate a consistent message. And also a big change to me is that there's so much there's so much content creation. Yes. If you look at individual messages, that's hard to coordinate, and that's to me the biggest issue going forward is, as you can reach people in so many different places, how do you make a consistent message across?
So very interesting to look at the external challenges, particularly around marketing. One of my favorite points around digital is it's very difficult to be digital on the outside if you're not digital on the inside. And we've recently done a study in 7 major countries around the world with C-level executives, asking them about the digital workplace.
Yes, yes.
Now, as a professor at a number of Ivy League schools, you're working with some of the younger, brightest minds in the world. What do you think they're looking for in the digital workplace?
I think they want flexibility in terms of when they work, where they work, how they communicate. It can be through Facebook, it can be through Twitter, it can be even in a business environment through social media. I find them very resourceful, and they don't need to be spoon-fed as much, that you give them a challenge and they just know how to go out and find out and figure out a way to do it. They don't need a manual. I just find them more intuitive. I think they've been trained by all the devices that have been created over the years, and they're more fearless.
Right. So flexibility is key. Well, that's really fascinating insights, Michelle, on both innovation and how that's changing in the digital world. Really appreciate you being with us, and thanks for your time.
Great, thank you.
you.